Today we are going to discuss about user administration part. Here, user creation, role creation, group creation, and adding roles to groups, base system roles, out of the box roles, and assign role to user and role hierarchy, as well as if we have some time, we'll discuss about plugins. So today's agenda, we'll discuss about under user administration, user, role, and next plugin. Okay, cylinder 2. I'm opening one incident. Page not for next. Out of there. Okay. So this is the incident form. So I told yesterday on the form we are using some reference fields. So one of the reference field is caller. So we can see here caller means we can see some users are there here. Okay. Abel Tutor, Abraham Lincoln, and Morton, Present, and Muskel. These are the users for ServiceNow. So now first, what is mean by user? See, before we jump into ServiceNow site, we'll discuss in layman language like. See, now we are using everyone. I think using Amazon Prime, Netflix. So if you want to use that those videos and we want to see some cinemas and some other content in Amazon Prime or in Netflix, so they are asking some you need to register. Like you need to register and we are the member for that either any OTT content, Amazon Prime or Netflix. So there now here once we registered with our mobile number or email ID, we can register. So then after that, we are the member for that Amazon Prime or Netflix. In that scenario, once you registered, then only you can access that Prime videos. What are the videos they are sharing? What the videos are they are providing? Those videos you can able to see and you can able to access those videos. See here in that scenario, now that person is called as a member for Prime. So those members are again they divided into some different categories like gold, silver, and uh, bronze. These are some different categories that are created. Why they are divided these three categories? See, if you want to access more features in that Netflix, as a basic member, we don't have that much option to see all the content what they are providing. Let's here in India like IPL is going. So if for example the IPL streaming is live in Amazon Prime, then what we do? So we need to subscribe that particular channel. If we are not subscribed that channel, we can't see that match. See in that this OTT content, if you want to see OTT content, So we need to register as a member first. Then based on our feature like their premium, gold, platinum. Once we register as a platinum, they provide mostly other content as well as. Same, if you want to access as a some OTT content, just you need to register as a member. That member here, a person is a user. So what is doing in that is accessing. Same in ServiceNow side. So ServiceNow side, a user means a user is a individual person who has access that instance or platform that managed through the user record. So in that user record, it includes user ID, his first name, last name, password, and that user record includes roles, assigned roles, as well as it display group information. So based on these are the details about one particular person. If you want to access or manage the instance, who can access or manage the instance, that person we call as the user. So in service now we can see different types of users. So such as like ITL user and one more ESS user. There are different types of users are available here. First one ITIL. Remember this word ITIL. The second one ESS. So what is mean by ITL user means this user can work on incident and task record. ITL user. And ESS full form is employee self service. Employee self service user, just he can create request via catalog item, via request item. He can create a request. So we have different types of users in ServiceNow, ITL user and ESS user. So ITL user mainly is work on incidents, incident, problem, and task. Any assigned task purpose, problem, change record, all the tables like incident, problem, change management, all the tables record and task record. So it can mainly working on those incidents. ESS user, he can just create a record. It don't work on that incident. So these are the two types of users, sir. As of now, we are using in ServiceNow side. So this user in ServiceNow, everything is stored in the table. If you want to store as a record, if you want to store as a form, everything ServiceNow stores in table format. So all the users, ESS user as well as ITL user who are using this instance, all the users are stored in one table. That table name is user table. This user table is available under user administration. Under user administration, we can see table name as user. So if you want to see this user table, we can search the left navigator. Just we can type as a user. Under user administration, We can see user table. This is a user administration. Under user administration, we can see users. Once we click, it redirected to users table. So in this table, all the users who are using this instance. So out of the box service now, they are already created almost. See, I'm not able to see this number. Some number is there. I'm not able to see this number. Can anyone see this number?
It's 629.
629. Fine. Yeah. So 629. They are given out of the box. They're provided out of the box users. 629 users. So as your requirement, if you want to create a new user, we can create. So how to create a new user? So first we go as if we have admin, then only we can create a user. If we are not admin, we cannot create a user. So as I logged in with system administrator, he has the full access to work on entire this platform. He can go any table. He can create, update, delete any record as system administrator. So remember, if you want to create a user, who is the logged in user? That user must be admin role. Otherwise, he cannot create users. So I will show you how to create a user. So where to go to create a user? Under user administration, user table. This user table backend name. This underscore user. So either you can type user or simply you can type sys underscore user dot list. I think you observed. Sometimes I type do, sometimes I type list. And see, list means it redirected to the table list. Do is the showing the form. It display form purpose. We are using do. If I type capital list, again is redirected to new page. If I type like small list user dot list, so it display in the content page only here. Remember, these are some shortcuts you can use. Always try to remember these table backend names. Sys underscore user. Now we can see on the top of the user table, the right hand side, there is a new button. We can click, and now this is a form. So yesterday we discussed it. So different types of fields are available on the form. Can anyone tell what type of fields are available here? Your interest? We can see there is a string type field, your user ID,
Checkbox,
yeah, checkbox,
string,
yes,
drop down.
drop down, and email type. This is a email type of the field. Yeah. So a form contains different types of field. Once we fill this form is a one record. It acts as a one record. That is a one user record. So now I'm going to create one user. User. So we can give first name, last name, and these are there is no any mandatory value here. But we need to give first name, last name, and user is a mandatory. I'm going to one name, right? Fred Luty. So user ID. See, this is the string type field. Anything we can give. There is no any specific format. FL at the rate AD. I'm giving user ID as the FL at the rate AD. So we can see here there are some checkboxes. Password needs to reset and logged out. So these and the active one. So it indicating this user is active. If I uncheck this one and if I save this record, user cannot have the access. Is a inactive user. So whenever we are creating a user, we need to first select as active. We need to reconfirm. By default, service now there, this active is a already checkbox true. Make us true. So and here password needs to reset. So what it means password needs to reset means if this checkbox is true, once we create this user, service now they are generating one password. After that user can create with that password and he can reset his own password. If we are not checkbox this one, this is a false. He cannot reset his password. What service now provided that password only he can use. And one more, we can see once we create a user by default, these users are interactive users. Once we create a user, those users we call as here service now interactive users. And one more user, web service access only. So this is if we check this web service access only, so those users are non-interactive users. So these users can access only via integrations. We are connecting with third party application. In that time only user can work with these tables. They cannot work directly in the platform. They can use only integrations by using API connections. That time only this user can work. So we can decide user is work on instance or maybe he can work only when we are connecting with the third party application. So this is the web service. So you can select password needs to reset and one more logged out. So logged out means here the user is once we click the logged out checkbox. See logged out is true. So all the permissions for this user are terminated. So you don't have access similar to inactive. Now I'm going to create one user.
So,
User
Anjan, what
ID.
is the difference between locked out and active? I mean, like lockdown is like the roles will be terminated or completely the account will be deleted, user account record will be deleted.
Yeah. So activate means the record is exist. Next we can use that one. Logged out means here once we this checkbox is make as a true,
Hmm.
the user is out of the instance
Oh,
and
okay, okay.
so it can terminate all the permissions. It
Mm-hmm.
cannot
Okay,
use with that ID.
okay. If we disable the active checkbox, then
Then we can use
uh,
next time. Just
okay,
open
okay,
that user record and we can use this one.
okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to create one user. I'm giving some information. First user ID, first name, last name, and I marked the password is to reset. Email ID, test FL Fred Ludi at the right gmail.com. So already ServiceNow they're given some script for email validation. So we no need to check anything. They are given. So they're checking some standards email validation templates. Language we can select and time zone in which time zone the user is available we can select and date format. See we can see different types of date formats. We can user can select it. Business phone and mobile phone. We can add user photo. We can choose the file and click the OK button. You can try with you can add your profile pic, you can create your user. So as of now I'm not adding any profile at the rate ad, right? Okay, first one is to reset. Yeah, I'm going to save this record. See, to set up the user password, save the record, then click set password. They are giving some uh message, alert message. Save. So where I click on the context menu, form context menu, I click the right click button and I see these are the options. Just I'm clicking save. So once I save the form, this is one record. Unique key violation database already exist. Okay. Duplicate entry. Right. Dot test. Okay. I modify that user ID. Valid update record has been deleted. You no longer have access to read. Wait. We'll take another. This is user test at the rate ABC test ABC.
If you click on submit button, what happens with the
Yeah, it can save and close the form.
by what the use of the save and button and submit button?
Say if we
Can see.
save form is here only that is in present in that mode. If we submit, just it can terminate from the form.
If what we click and locked out button and active button at the same time, no? So what?
So if we click the logged out button, there is no use with that user creation. So you don't have any access. It is out of the instance. You can terminate all the permissions. Okay. So I created as a user test ABC. So we tried with Predlude some records exist. That's why it's not taken. So user ID is test at the rate ABC. Now I want to set this password. We used already password needs reset. So we can see on that form top of the bar update set password. So just we can click set password and generate password for this user. The password is generated. Just copy this password. So based on this password only, this user tested that ABC user can log in. As of now, I'm saving this password. Okay. So this says system generated password. I'm going to save password. Where is this URL? So now in that another browser, I try to log in with this new user. Password I entered. This user ID tested the rate ABC. Set password. Generate. Copy. Save it. Yeah. So now a user tested that ABC test user. Now we are able to log in this instance. Once he is log in this instance, he can reset. Why means we are already we mentioned first time only. First time you need to reset this password. So they mentioned some password conditions. We can current password. So minimum it 8 characters, maximum 100 characters, and no need to use sequence letters. At least one lowercase letter, one uppercase letter, as well as one special character, one digit. They mentioned here no repetitions more than 3 characters, no sequence more than 3 characters. I'm giving one password. Just reconfirm that password. Password do not match. Please try again. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Yeah. See, if we enter any wrong password, current password as well as new password, any letter is mistake, then also it cannot consider. So it rejected. Now we're logging with that new user. See, user profile TA, the user ID test at the rate ABC we given test ABC. This is a user profile. test first name, last name. And this user have limited access. I tried to open an incident form. See, if we type the incident in the application navigator, it's not showing anything. See, there's one example. If I want to watch any movie in Netflix or Amazon Prime, if uh, I'm not a subscribed person. Can I see that? Can I watch that film? No. So why? Because I'm not a subscribed person. So here, ServiceNow site, if you want to enter any table, you need some permission. See, as of now, this user, it don't have any role. So every table, every module, and every application has some restriction. If you have that role, then only we can access. Access only limited. Self-service request. So this user as of now ESS user. He cannot see other incidents. Just he can create request. Got the difference? So once we assign some roles, then only this user can see all the incidents. Again, I'm jump to another tab. Here I can type incident. As system administrator, I can see all the incidents. So because this user has the full access. But just now we created that user, he don't have that access. He can create a incident. He cannot see other incidents. So there is a difference between ITIL user and ESS user. So this user is the ESS user. So ESS user what can do? He can create incidents. So any doubt here? Creation of user.
No, Anil, for now.
Okay. Okay. And here you can observe. I already this is that test user. In the test user profile, we can see only limited options here. Profile preferences and keyboard shortcut printed and logout. Again, I'm jump to that main tab. We can see in the profile icon some other role, some other options are extra added here. Impersonate user and elevate role. So he cannot, test user cannot impersonate with any other user. Why? Because he don't have any role. So once we assign that role, impersonate user role, that option will come here. So who can assign that role to this user? Only admin. He cannot add anything to himself. He can just update his profile. Apart from that, he cannot do anything. Next, so once we created a user, this user is part of some group. So here group is the set of users. We are grouping set of users for sir similar kind of information. Like example, we want to send some notification for particular group. In that scenario, we can create a one group. So how to create a group means we can go to group table. So again, group is under user administration. Under user administration group. Just we can click this group and create a new group. We can see in the right hand side new button. So on the group sysuser group table, we can see group name and who are the manager for this group and group email. Once we create this group record, then we get some other related records. As of now, I'm testing one, creating one group. Upskillza developers group. Okay, I'm not giving any email. Going to save this record. So once we create the group record, we can see under related list. These are the related list. So we can see roles, group members, and groups. A group contain another groups. So this group may be parent group also, either parent or individual group. Here we can add roles and group members. Once we create a group, so group purpose or group agenda to share the information to the all the members. So no need to send any email to individual. If any particular group, let's say example 100 members are there, 100 members are working on the same type of work. So instead of sending emails to 100 members, just we can create one group. Under group, we can add all the 100 members. So every group has one email. So just send notification to that group email. This email triggered all the 100 members. So this is reduce the work. Instead of sending 100 members as an individual group emails, just we can send one group email. Same type of work, similar information. Like we observed in education side, there colleges are sending some group messages. So and so date we have holiday. So and so date is the fee due date. Please pay your bill. Some information. So same similar way here also we are using group members. Main agenda for sending common information to all the members. So who are working on the same type of work, those members we can add under group members. So just we can edit. Click edit and see in the left hand side we can see all the users. I want to add able tutor. Just we created some test user, test ABC. See, this also user is exist. Just now we created. As of now, I created these two users. So group members I created. So this is the way we can create group and group members. The next, so these group members, they want to access, like just now we observed test ABC. He can see, he can just create a incident. He cannot see all the incidents. As of now, we can see almost some 670 incidents are there here. The test ABC user cannot see all the incidents. Why? Because he don't have some role. So role is, it is a control or restrict that access. Once you have the role, then only you can enter into the table. Otherwise, we cannot enter. So it just like a key. Role is just like a key. So these are some tables. Like we can see the under table, we have some under application. We can see these are some tables. So if you want to access this table, you need some key like role, some access. If you don't have access, you cannot enter. That access is the role. Here the service now we call as a role. So by default, service now they provide some roles. Role is, it is a control access to that functionality or feature. So by default, service now they are providing some roles: admin, ITIL, and ITIL admin, SNC read only, as well as some approver, and catalog. So these are the some roles. No, the admin, ITL admin, SNC read only are the basic purpose. Now we'll discuss about these roles. So as of now, we know admin is the full access. It can do anything, anywhere, any table, any record. See, ITL and ITIL admin. So ITL, so if we give ITL role to any user, he can just perform, create a record or update the record and read the record. So it supports only CRU operations. So we have CRUD operations. So just ITL user can do only, he can create the record and he can read the record and he can update the record. So he can act just like a technician for that incident. Someone, ESS user is created one incident, ITL user is working on that incident. He can work on that incident. Just create, read, and update. One more role, ITIL admin. So compare with ITIL admin, some little bit advanced role. So what is the advanced means? This user along with CRU, he can do delete operation. All the CRUD operations. He can create, he can read, he can update, and he can delete record. If we provide ITL admin, he can do all the things. But if we provide ITL, he can do only some limited access, creating, reading, and updating. The next one, SNC read only. If you provide SNC read only role, the user can read the table only along with the table access. Without the table access, we cannot do. So if user has the table access, he can read the form, he can read the record. He cannot do apart from that read. So this is the SNC read only. So now we can decide based on the role, we can decide. So either the user we can give ITL or ITL admin. So that person is the he can work on incidents. So just we can give ITIL. If person may be work on only checking the notifications, he no need to doing anything. Just we can give SNC read only. If the person is handling entire incidents, so we can give ITIL admin. So these roles we can assign in different ways. So roles we can assign to users as well as roles we can assign to groups. ServiceNow recommended always assign roles to groups, not to individual. So why? Because every user is part of one of the group. So instead of assigning roles to user, as best practice, assign roles to groups. So once any user is part of any group, what are the roles are available in the group? Those all roles are applicable for this user. Let's example, we created one group. So as of now, I'm adding one role. So how to add the role? Just go to group and we can click the edit, type the role name. I'm giving ITIL admin role. Okay. So these group members, Test ABC and Abel Tutor, now they are ITL admin role. So they can do anything on the incident. ITL admin. Create, read, update, delete. So once if I remove any member from the group, so how to remove a member? Just again we can click edit, select the user and remove this button, then save it. So once user is removed from this group, what are the roles are available? These roles also removed from that user. So let's example here, 100 users are there. Instead of giving 100 users one role, as a best practice, 100 users we are assigning as a one group, and in a single at a single time we can assign that role to group record. So this also reduce the time. We can assign and we can remove role from the group table. See, this is the way here we are adding roles. If you want to create a new role, so we can go to sysuser role table. Sysuser role table. Same. If you want to create a role, logged in user should be admin. Sys underscore user underscore role dot list. We can create any custom role. So here, either way, we are creating some roles. So today we discussed about user, group, and role. Yeah, any question on this one? How to create a group and how to assign role to user and group. So if I want to assign role to user, simply I can go to user table. Yeah, see in that user record we can see already we assigned one role for this group Upskillza developer group. See those all the ITL admin. Once we assign ITL admin, related roles also will added. If I want to assign any other role as an individual, same here. Go to user record and on the related list roles, click the edit button. Now I'm going to adding ITIL. So these see observed here now roles are 56. When I click edit in the selected site, we can see only one role. This role is assigned to that user directly. But we can see here 56 roles for this user. The remaining roles are assigned, they are inherited from others, like from the group table. For this user, only assigned role is ITL role. Observe here difference. Only ITL role is there in the selected side role list. The other remaining roles from group table. They are coming inherited from group table. So this is about a user administration part. And any question on this here?
I got a little bit confusion about the user role and that.
Okay, user role and
That one only.
okay.
There's
See
no
these. Okay. I will show you where this user record. Okay. See, roles we can assign either user, one more way, either group. See here, role we can assign to direct user and groups. So anyway, either user or group, but best practice is assign roles to groups. Here, just now I assigned one role for this user, which role? ITIL role. So when we observed here roles list, we can see only one role. This is directly assigned to user, ITL role. In ITL admin role we assigned from where? Via group. So this user is part of Upskillza developers group. So what are the roles are available in Upskillza developer group? All the roles are inherited to that user. So we can track. So what are the direct roles or indirect roles? ITL is directly assigned to user and other roles are coming via groups. So he is part of some other group. So those groups may have some other roles. Those roles are inherited to this user. I
Okay.
hope it's clear.
But where can I see that that role in the user?
See, here we can see, look at here, roles 56. I can add, yeah, inherited. This all the roles are inherited except ITL. Inherited means some other group. We want to see group name. I will show you. Granted by inherited false. Okay. So he is part of here. Now we can see only group as the one. So we can go to Upskillza developers group and check that under roles section. So under roles section, ITL admin.
Okay.
This is the way we can track this one. If he is part of like maybe group or is part of multiple groups, user a part of multiple groups. I'm going to add this user into another group. I will show you. We have approval group. As of now, there are no roles. We'll see. Yeah, app engine. I'm adding one user here. Same test ABC user I'm adding. Group member I added. Now we go to user record. Just I can refresh the screen. Before now, refresh, we can see group as a one group. Previous is only part of upskill the developer group. Now this count will be increased to 2 and these roles also will be increased. So now we can see roles 80, previous 56, almost 24 roles are coming via like this another group, app engine group. App engine group, they're assigned only one role, app engine admin. This all the related roles are also added. All the roles are inherited via this app engine admin role. So now we can see which role is helpful, like in which group. Just we can track here groups and we can check that group roles. I'm removing member here. See again is showing now 56 and group 1.
Okay.
So ServiceNow is recommended. No need to assign role directly to the user. Every time assign role to group. So a user must be part of any one of the user, any one of the sorry group. So this is total about user administration part.